Hey everyone, so welcome to another episode on the podcast Koon Rijjeil. So today I need to do a very small introduction because he is the person that he is. So Ramy Naouss, the founder of Let's Live in Dubai, went through a huge life change, if you want. Has been through a lot in his life, has definitely changed my life, the way that I see life, the way that I see every single day, every single opportunity I get. It's a blessing. Thanks to this guy. I'm not thanking him because he's incredible, but just because of the learnings that I've taken from him. So Ramy, welcome to Koon Rijjeil.
Thank you so much for this, man. And I'm so happy that I'm here, Anjad. And I love the name of the podcast, Koon Rijjeil.
Koon Rijjeil.
I like it.
Like some people use it as it's like, sarcasm. Koon Rijjeil.
Yeah.
And some people use it in a different way. So
I like it.
Yeah.
It has a nice tweak.
Well, then that's good. then I think I've mastered the art of naming.
Yeah. 100%. For this, I'm 100% sure.
Love it. So Ramy, the way we start every single podcast is we ask guests, what does Koon Rijjeil mean to you?
Wow. I just thought about it. بس انت حكيتني قلت كون رجال. I think that's an interesting thing. Why should a podcast كون رجال? Look, man, I say أنا كون رجال, like a man is not who, all right, it's not. A man is someone who makes decisions regardless of the consequences, who takes care of the people who actually love, who handles whatever comes his way. It doesn't mean he doesn't have to be weak. Sometimes life will smash you لو قد ما تصير قوي bro, لو قد ما تصير بطل. And that's the lesson I learned the past 2-3 months. كل ما اقول خلص bro, انه شو بعد بده يصير بيصير شيء, and they just a wake up call. So I think, man, being a man is not hurting someone. It's not hiding your feeling. It's not like showing faking shit and stuff like that. كون رجال is make decisions, take full responsibility of where you are in life, where you want to be. شو كل شيء بيجي بحياة وشو كل شيء انت you reflect on, project on this life. It is about you. Understand this, be up to this level, take whatever comes your way, do your best that you can do, and always give back in any way possible for you, for your family, for your community, for your country, for the world, for humanity. Is if you can go that much, why not? I think that's what's Koon Rijjeil.
It's really interesting because I mean you've sort of you're combining is about like the traditional meaning of Rijjeil, but also the more modern is about that way of looking at it, which is be the strong independent person, but also it's okay to be weak. It's okay to be vulnerable whenever you need to be or whenever you just are, and just taking responsibility and being that driver is about that taking care.
خاصة نحن in our Lebanese culture, man, كتير عندك guidelines of كيف يعني تكون رجال, which it shouldn't be that way, man. عرفت قصدي؟ انه بالعربي المشبرح bro, a lot of our parents or parents because of this mentality they delivered traumas على اولادهم وعلى ابنه خيي بحب يغني ما بده لانه لازم يكون مثل ما بده بيو. You know what I mean? انه كون رجال bro, it's way I see it way more in depth than انه بس انه انت القبضاي.
اكيد لا اكيد and this is the whole purpose by the way of this podcast, which is to go beyond this idea of انه رجال قبضاي وقدع or whatever, بس غير هيك ما فيش, there's nothing more to him. عرفت? It's being as wholesome as what as possible across the board.
Beautifully said.
So I want to go back to your life, your journey.
What about my journey?
I mean, look. So I know that at some point in your life you're into bodybuilding. I know at some point in your life, now you have Let's Live. You're manifesting a lot of, just literally taking every single moment and be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. I've lived it. It's great. By the way, I don't think you know this. I used to fucking hate cold water.
Yeah.
I hate cold water. Like till today, I still hate cold water. But I've only ever done ice baths because of you. And nail boards. Once
how good do you feel, bro?
Man, incredible.
I
feel like you're on top of the world,
bro. It's like people think I had some friends at home. People were standing on the nail boards and they said, I hate it. I told them I hate it too. They said, but you stood on it and for 12 hours. I said, yeah, because I fucking hate it so much. I said, I want to challenge myself for that much خلص شيلها من راسي انه
Yeah.
هالقد بكره هيك وراح كسر انا بعرف شو
بدي
قصدي
كسر. Yeah, of course.
كسر حالي eventually.
Exactly.
It's the dilemma inside. But yeah, man, I know, like, you feel great after a
Feel
call.
great. You feel like, you know, I've ticked one thing out of my box. Like, you know what? I'm past this fear is about that, or this thing that I hate doing, which is stepping into cold water. So بالعكس.
You know what also, man, the thing is people say, you know, let's say now everyone is looking, I want to achieve my dreams in 2024, right? شو اللي بيوقف العالم? It is the same thought that انت بس ما بدك تيجي تنزل بالمي المسقعة and it's cold, right? You say, yeah, it's cold, I don't want to do it, yet you do it. It is the same muscle that you will use it. Oh, I should do this business deal, but it's scary. Should I do it? It's the same muscle that if I should do this for my family. But it is the same thing. عرفت بتغير شكلها, but it's the same thing. You know?
It's the same. And all it takes is that one step, quite literally, to do it.
دب bro until
exactly until you're there.
You're still taking a cold shower now?
Of course.
Wow.
Of course, man. It's crazy. Like the just the sensation when you're done, you're like, man, oof.
تحس حالك بدك تكسر الدنيا bro.
كسر الدنيا I'm good. Oof. يعني it's a different way of different way of life as well.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. It's a bliss.
So I think to go back to your life and sort of the overall content, the overall idea I have for this episode, which is 2024. Because, you know, دايما بنفوت نحن new year, new me, and I want to be the best. Sometimes I feel like that idea, it feels as if like 2023 I wasn't good enough. 2023 I've slipped. So 2024 I want to be exactly. It's like my redemption year. That's how I started to see it.
Wow, I like this.
In my mind, you know, how does Ramy see 2024, and what are your goals if you want to share them or talk about them?
So look, in 10 December I guess I achieved the last goal of 2023. هلا كان بعد فيت be on Joe Rogan's podcast, but to be completely honest, I know that it wasn't gonna manifest 2023 because I know how their PR works, and I know that the for the sound to reach them it needs some time. To be completely honest, I never said this. So, but it doesn't mean consider it fail, whatever people want to call it. It's still on my bucket list of 2024. عرفت ما جبتها معي يعني.
أكيد مش
هتروح
على carry over. Yeah.
And once I finished the list of 2023, the last one was a meeting Sadhguru. So when it actually happened, okay, I stopped everything. I'm like, let me take some time. I'm just gonna fucking run. I'm just gonna see my people that I love. I just want to have fun. عرفت I was super chill يعني when I say fun يعني بقعد بقرا كتاب أو إذا عبالي أطلع قاعد بجنينة, you know, very very chill, not fun. مش إنه بظهر المطاعم. I don't care. Okay. So heck, I had this mental clarity, no, يروق راسي, and then I disconnect from my phone. Like the past 5 days I wasn't posting much, just videos maybe هيك بينزلوا scheduled, but not story, not taking both. So هيك بعد كل شيء and then I start, okay, what do I want to create next year? عرفت? Because also what people don't understand, and I thought that I want to make a video about it like in depth. People think and I achieved my goal of 2023 because of 2023. And I achieved my goal in 2023 because of 2020, 2021, 2022. They all manifested in 2023.
But I think it can go even before that, no?
Yeah, but and I always count that 2020 is the year when I said, ليك خلص لعب ما بقاش تكذب على حالك بدك تتفلسف. You know what I mean? I said, and 2020 is when I put a plan.
Yeah.
Every day, every week, this should happen. Every month, this should happen. In 12 months, let's see where we reach. So this is what I said. And now, probably I'm gonna do another world record.
Let's do it.
It's in my mind. To be honest, I started preparing for. I'm always preparing, and I'm always stretching my mind.
That is true.
So عبالي the thing is, people think the record is what makes me, the achievement. It's not. It's the dark phase before that. It's where you learn so much, man. You let go of the things that you really want and you really desire, but they are not useful for you. You let it go. You put yourself into a mental focus, workout, sweat, pain, effort. Hey, the devil and you and all the stocks zero on a daily basis, you know. So probably I want to push myself something over there. I want to travel maybe 2024. 2023 I was building Let's Live so much, so I didn't have the time to travel. Do good for like the community, grow it more. Like I'm happy that what you said in the intro, man. I love seeing people changing their life, and people think just because إنه I don't know why بس إنه he the thing is you get better right I get better we get better life becomes better
Yeah.
right صح
Quite simply, yeah.
بتروح انت بتمشي على الطريق اذا واحد معصب بسمسمك let's say you worked on yourself اوكي بيطلع لك واحد تاني اوكي التالت خلص
Yeah.
محلان يعني عرفت شو قصدي better
exactly.
you smile you work you بتفوت على مطعم you give good vibes for the people gives you good vibe man life هيك becomes a dance
bubbly هيك بتصير
exactly
it
bro
becomes nice.
like cartoon
yeah literally
right
yeah
so I love this and I believe in now we can really do something in this world لأنه صار في awareness even though social media has a lot of disadvantage but it has a lot of advantages I grew up because of social media which is I'm blessed for it you know I saw the tool and I said let me use it so if we can get better as a humanity as نحن كمان as a community in Lebanon because if we change أنا وياك how we're doing now a lot of other people our age change we might change our country right
yeah we could that's
why not
yeah it's a thought that gives you goosebumps like I can change
yeah man why not people think you know like there is one thing that I say there's a law of nature if you understand this law كل شيء بيزبط بحياتك you take a seed you put it in the ground you take care of the ground you take care of the seed you water it you protect it sun شتاء all that 1 month 2 months 6 months 1 year 2 years 3rd year it becomes a tree and then it gives you the fruit right everything you want to do if you expect to plant the seed today and harvest tomorrow انت يا صاحبي مش فاهمان الحياة
مش فاهمين شيء yeah exactly
if you keep on putting the effort eventually one day هيك so that's like a brief about 2024 I'm still this week بعد عندي draft هيك أنا صارت ليست أول draft برجع بشيلها بزيد عليها you know I tweak it but this هيك a bit of travels maybe expand let's live more than just Dubai and Lebanon because this year I'm gonna publish the book يعني بلشنا بديت مع publishing company وكتبته وخلصنا so now we are in phase 2 or 3 يعني I send they edit they send I check I send and then هلا أنا بعد I send them back done بنصير بغير phase so I will publish the book and we're gonna live man
we're gonna live exactly live every single day to the best to the fullest
as much as we can يعني كل واحد قد ما بيقدر you know at the beginning people say إنه أنا لازم أعمل هالقد لا bro you don't need to أنت إذا today you do that much you're doing great right if you've never ran if today you go and run 10 minutes you're doing great
you're doing that 1% more than yesterday
right
and
that's
then tomorrow
it,
you'll do 1% so yeah it's a graph that just it might go like this but you're still going upwards you're not just like even if
it's never like that
it's never unless
what's your goals for 2024
honestly I think definitely to grow this podcast
okay
I think to be a lot more
guys come on subscribe and follow
like,
on everything
comment,
like
subscribe.
the guy is putting a lot of effort
no look I think that definitely that's one of my big goals for 2024 I think another one is to go back like fitness wise to go back to وقت الجد
yeah
time to train and I have been it's not like I haven't but it's just not been at the same level the same consistency and I'm aware of it I know it
that's all right man
which fine بالعكس exactly I'm still going up
yeah
غير عن هيك I think just taking care of family taking care of myself I think just being more open more honest with myself the whole time because sometimes I do find myself where I'm like إنه بقول لحالي شيء بس I know it's not true
wow man I love that you're aware of that this is where we actually start to grow on an individual level
when you know what you're thinking and what's true to your values and what's not true to your values that's when you know something is happening
I think like that's true I think I just so we can share with the audience بالأول بتكون unaware of everything right بعدين بتصير aware of the wrong things you're doing بعد ما تغيروا you're just aware of them and then the second phase you start changing you're aware and you start changing a little bit until you reach the last level and you say okay I'm 100% aware I'm gonna do this okay sometimes you slip because you want to slip or it happens no you don't but you're aware that it's happening
exactly
so yeah bro
so again مثل ما قلت I think definitely I think ما حاول to minimize as much as I can those slips مش من شيء just خلاص when I do something I want to give it 100% and not keep going back and forth.
I like that.
Yeah, غير عن هيك, I think just keep working, keep hustling, working on myself mentally, physically, emotionally, كل شيء. You know, and then take it day by day. يعني, but that's the thing. The thing is, يعني, my 2024 goals aren't that different from this year, in the sense of, to me, these things are always ongoing. يعني, to me, it's not like the new year, it's a new start. It's the same start. It's you know, some people may think بعدك لأنه ما عملت شيء, بس بالعكس I don't see it in that way. I see it as more of I'm taking my time. I'm aware of what I need to work on, even if they're not done, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. And when we get there, we get there.
Bro, life is a game, Amjad. Sometimes we take it so seriously, and eventually, guess what? We're gonna fucking die, man.
Yeah.
So
literally,
just have fun. When I say okay, but just let me make it clear. When I say have fun, and people say okay, go and get loose وضلك بيع. لا ببيع شوي. أنا بس يطلع بالي بدي بيع أخي بدي بيع مين اللي معي. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
But just have fun in how you approach. يعني today I had to put 1 hour and a half on bicycle and 12 kilometers run. I'm having fun there.
Exactly.
You know, I try to find the fun in the sweat and the effort over there. بصير عم بركض برو طاير وعم فكر بقصص, you know what I mean? Just try to find the fun part of it.
No, and that's very true. I think, to go to your idea of fun, I want to understand sort of what got you to that place, because I think a lot of times in life, either something happens where we completely shift our mindset of خلاص, my form of fun is exercising, reading, writing, whatever, or it's complete opposite, which is going out partying, eating out, whatever, which is not, again, it's to each their own. So I understand how did you get to this point, because I also know that I know a brief is about the history of your life as well, where I know a lot of things have changed, which is your mindset, your mentality, let's live, so I want to sort of.
So I will tell you this, 7 years I got diagnosed with cancer. Okay, it's not, I always try to say it's not the thing that changed my life, it's the thing that made me pause and reflect. تنبلش من محل. Okay, because we always live our life يلا بكره شو عاملين بكره بنكون قاعدين عم نتغدى انا وياك ليك بدك نروح نتعشى شي محل يا اخي ما عم نتغدى.
Exactly. enjoy the
خلينا نخلص الغداء. And this man, this fucking gets me crazy, man. So this gave me a pause, right? قال لي هيك بيني وبين حالي قلت رامي حبيبي انت شو فاهمه من الحياة, because the younger you are, younger مش by age, younger by thoughts, you think that you know everything, right? أنا ربا. And then you start understanding that أنت يا صاحبي مش فاهمان شي. عم بحكي مع حالي, أنت يا صاحبي مش فاهمان شي. So I said, let me re-understand everything. Let me rebuild everything. Let me, as I now في شغلة هيك معلق عليها اليوم نزلت ستوري. I don't want life to happen to me. I want to happen to life. مش أنا مارق باكل كف بجلس برجع باكل كف. لا أنا مارق برو. أنا ماري عرفت شو قصدي. إذا شايفه للكف قبل ما يجي وحاضر وفهمان.
You know what you're gonna do. You know how to.
Exactly. Okay, بطلع شوي بس I'm ready. I'm happening to life. مش إنه how I was before. So this makes you هيك think of إنه how do you want to approach things, right? Okay, شو بدك تعمل؟ أنت شو بدك أنت وصلت لمرحلة قال لك الحكيم أنت okay مش رح إنه يمكن تموت في probability, بس أنت يا صاحبي حياتك صارت بدك تعمل هيك 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 وممنوع بقى تعمل هيك 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 وما فيك تعمل هيك وهيدا يمكن وهيدا يمكن ما فيك تعمل لك رو خيي شو عم تقول لي برو
بعدين شو يعني
انه this what actually made me stop. okay هلا I was 25 so 1 year تبلش تفهم وتصير منيح على التريتمنت وهيك وحتى منتلي تطلع من الشوك وكل هولي. من بعدها I start gaining back my old life. okay وطلعت وقتها بكونسبت let's live, بس كان let's live بعده يعني it's always do the fuck you want. شو عبالك تسافر؟ كنت احمل حالي برو باك احجز تيكت سافر لحالي. I started stretching. كل شيء هيك كل شيء question that I had doubt او شيء كنت روح اعمله وانا مني لحالي. so this started to give me a perspective. يعني هيدا دماغك بلش هيك نمطه. it's not that I know all this. بلش تفتح انه there's here and there's right. so over there my perspective about life started to change, to grow somehow. Listening to a lot of podcasts, reading a lot of books, listening to a lot of audiobooks, بلش تسمع عالم, especially people that really inspires you or people that you say أخي كيف أعمل هذا الشيء you know what I mean إنه كيف وصل لهونيك I'm just eager to understand how so this هيك ببلش فتيح until 2020 من بعد بس بلشت كوفيد I'm health wise I'm okay I'm good بس أكلنا الايكونومي كرايسيس بلبنان أهلك صاروا بعتقد كل أهلنا صاروا خايفين وما عشتهم بطل إنه عازة ولا شيء I was broke completely broke I was never broke in my life إنه على طول I was because before I used to be a magician when I used to love it and when you love something eventually it will come back to you so I was always making easy money عرفت شو قصدي it doesn't mean easy إنه هيك I was talented and I put a lot of effort same in everything so أكلت كف إنه بدي ما بتذكر كنت أمرق على السوبر ماركت بدي استحلي شيء ما فيا I don't have the money I had to just to get the food to keep me for the next week and that I remember this very well كون هيك ماشي one day عرفت أنا I wasn't stressed or depressed وهيك I had amazing friends يلي كانوا بحياتي قلت لهم guys please can you give me some money إنه until I passed this period عرفت so back then okay أكلنا sickness حدا إجا قشطك حياتك بعدين أكلت حدا إجا إنه قال لك فيك تعمل بدك إياه بس ما معك مصاري تعمل شيء بعدين إجت إنه it's up to you أخي it's well up to life إنه مش عم بيصير أنا so it is at 2020 I remember very well January 2020 I said from this day أنا I'm gonna do whatever I want I wanna live whatever I want بدي فوت على السوبر ماركت عبالي اشتري كل السوبر ماركت بشتريه ما بدي يوم بروح بعطيهم لحدا عايزون بس إذا أنا عبالي بدي أعملها إنه ما بدي تحس إنه حدا لقطك
someone's taking something away from you that أنت بدك إياها
I wanna be that so هيك حطيت كم رول براسي و I started working and then I started one of the things is dedication and consistency and I did a very specific plan what time I wake up what do I do when I wake up 20 minutes run كنت وقتها بعدني بركض إنه 1 or 2K every day or every other day I post one YouTube video every day ما بعرف لا editing ولا بعرف صور ولا بعرف شيء and I read I meditate run film and read 4 things so ما كان so already سكر كل العالم so هيك عطينا easier you know you don't feel like you're missing out on something so you start building this and this is where actually life starts to happen but you don't feel it يعني مرقت 6 أشهر سنة ونص you know it hits you إنه oh I feel different now you get me
هيك وهي دايما أصعب شيء it's like when you're trying to live your life and you're trying to do it your way but you're just not seeing so like the rewards like okay am I doing something wrong is this not meant to be my path am I doing something wrong and I think what's interesting about your journey is that ضليتك عم تدفش you keep trying even if it didn't work but you've given it 100% and
like what you said man doubts confusion امك بتذكر برو انا امي حبيبه اهلي كلهم حبيبه قلبي اوكي وهي بتقلي هيك عن حرقه قلبها لإلي you know رامي صار عمرك 30 سنه حبيبي بعد ما في شيء you know كنت بعدني انا they didn't know هلا بيعرفوا انا I was broke وما كنت اقول لهم عرفت انه ما عندك شيء بعد ما انك مؤسس شيء you know it's like and you tell them all the family كلها تلاقين همك it's not in a negative way but
no it's just out of care بس
exactly بس انت you take it as negative right it puts a pressure on you so I'm like mom just give me some time I promise you give me some time okay أنا قلت لها أمي give me to 35 I believe before that بس give me to 35 إنه 30 to 35 إنه 5 years I can actually يعني هالقد حمار أنا تمام شيء
35 years on this earth ما عملت شيء
إنه عملت شيء you should do so once هيك something started to hit and then all it manifested وهيك and then you see them with you خلاص هيك you just feel a bliss man you say I'm thankful for every tears I shed in my bed and I said one day I'll make it happen and now it happened عرفت شو قصدي so
and it's at a moment when it all clicks
it's crazy man
you never thought it could ever happen but thankfully it does and and it's them and it's a hard one to imagine right it's like
it's very hard
especially in your darkest moments when you're struggling in any situation it's like when is this gonna end when am I gonna see past this when am I gonna live a different life and when it does man it's
كتير صعب بتعرف bro especially مثلا now I receive a DM مثلا someone is sending me إنه like my life is not good what do you suggest I tell them go for a run that's what I tell everyone go for a run He's like, okay, if I start running now, when I will see the results, you lost it.
Yeah.
If you are doing something, expecting something, ليك في خبرك هاجدي.
Yeah.
So there's a law that I created. اسمه law of expectation.
Okay.
So إذا أنت هلا
Oh god. Okay. Yeah.
all right. So إذا أنت هلا you park the car downstairs
Okay.
and you expect that someone will steal it, it will never be stolen.
Okay.
إذا أنت you park your car and you never think about being the car might be stolen, it gets stolen. It might.
Good. Yeah.
So law of expectation. كل شيء أنت you expect, it will never happen.
True.
عرفت قصدي؟ So this makes me understand إنه في كتير قصص I say. So I know how I say to people not to expect. I know your mind لحاله he wants to expect. So what do you do? Let's say you put the two limits. If it succeeded 100%, this will happen. If you fail 100%, this will happen. So basically you saw من هيدا all what could happen, all this, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So if you've seen هيدا وهيدا 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 وهيدا, you're fine. Whatever happened, you say I had no expectation, kind of.
100%. Yeah.
So hey, the law of expectation, man, always it puts a lot of pressure on us. Without the law of expectation, no, there's no خلص bro, ما في expectation. If I want to expect, I will expect the worst and the best. Whatever happens, I'm keen with both.
100%.
You know, and it started from my cancer. I'm ready to die and I'm ready to live. شو معقول يصير بالنص ما في شيء. يا رح أعيش يا رح أموت. صح. So this is what I always tell people. Don't expect like when. ما بعرف when bro. You know, just do it.
Exactly. And the thing is, it's, you know, it's always and again, I don't like what you're saying now. It's like this idea of if I do this, how long would it take? It doesn't matter. What matters is the journey, not the destination. What matters is how consistent you are every single day, how true you are to yourself. Even if you are running every day, if you're eating crappy food every day, then technically you're not seeing much. To me,
100%, bro.
You need to fix every part of your life, depending on whatever your goal is, to get there. But it doesn't happen in a vacuum. And well, I'm running, but masar my like the 6-pack abs I was hoping for 20 years, and this one day, life doesn't work that way. Life is it's a scary game sometimes, but it's a cool game to play.
It is. Like I always think about it. Imagine it was easy and expectable and كل شيء بايخ bro.
Everyone would win.
ما بدي العبها برو. لعبنا هيدي هالحياة انا بدي العب هيدي.
I want to play the hardest game of chess in my life.
Hey bro, let's have fun, you know, because why? For one reason bro. لأنه once you put a lot of effort into something it actually happens, man, the blissfulness هيك. أنا ياما almost every day I say I'm ready to die today. Not because I don't love life. I love life so much, but because I feel and I've done my best. أنا اليوم هلا جيت لعندك. I've done my homework for today. All right. I'm ready to die, bro. I'm ready to die. كتير مرتاح مع حالي.
It's a very interesting outlook.
I always say it to my friends and I always say to my mom. بكون قاعدين بقول لها مام هاللحظة كتير حلوة وأنا مستعد موت هلا. My mom, when I talk about death, she doesn't understand it.
That's what I was thinking of now. Because
it's weird, but we look at death as if it's something negative. It's not.
Exactly.
It is the only motivator and the inspiration that should be for us every day. You know?
Like, and especially like, you know, like I know a lot of people, you know, who have had like death situations where either they almost died or immediate family close to them. And I've noticed how their life changed 180 degrees. But no, there's been a shift. There's been something that's
positive or negative.
Positive.
Good.
Yeah. مثلا أنا my khalti, who I've never met, but she passed away from meningitis like years ago. After that moment, my grandma opened her own جمعية بعمان.
Wow.
Meningitis Foundation of Jordan. What's it called? Mo Gaudat, if you've ever heard any of his pieces. So Mo Gaudat is this really like incredible speaker. But it's basically his son passed away. After that moment, he's spending his whole life spreading his son's message and spreading the idea of happiness. What does happiness mean? How do you achieve happiness? And even when I look at your life, you know, when you look at, you know, you've had your
close to death moment is a bad thing.
And then you've shifted that completely, which is okay. You know what? Yeah, that happened. That is in the past.
Yeah.
Halla, it's time to live.
Yeah.
Which is literally the whole idea. Because by the way, so when I first used to go to Let's Live, and then fucking Let's Live and like achieve something new, which is could be the case. Halla, when I'm sitting there and I'm speaking to you now, I'm like, there's a lot more there's a lot more to it. It's
Yeah.
not just the very surface level meaning. There's a whole journey. There's a reason why you started it. There's a reason why you say what you say and why you believe what you believe.
Yeah.
Because you've had your own journey, and it's بالعكس. Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
you know, like, let's live can actually be that. هالقد simple. You are someone who wakes up and منه مقرر كيف يروح نهاره. You start to be someone who wakes up, put a smile on his fucking face and say today's gonna be a good day.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's gonna be an easy day.
Oh,
معقول تاكل كفوف يمين شمال. But no matter what comes your way, you say, all right, let me figure it out. Problem, there's a solution. Challenge, there's an obstacle, let me pass it. Let me grow. Let me heck. And that's how once I wrote, let's live is not doing everything today. Let's live is not doing every day something different.
Yeah.
Let's live is doing the same thing every day but feeling something different.
Interesting. Okay.
You know?
Okay. Yeah.
انت لانه whatever you, I go on a run every day, right? So should I feel that? No, man. Every run has its vibe, every meditation has its thing, every event has its thing. Okay, بيشبهوا بعض بس انه that's what I tell people. Let's live is a personal choice. You decide. You want I hope life will get better, and I fucking hate this word. It's like it's not in your control. لا, I want to make my life better.
Exactly.
And I'm ready to do whatever it takes.
You know, yeah. And what's interesting is that actually it's funny. So Anna, last week or 2 weeks ago, before I'd leave to work every day, I started to say today's gonna be a great fucking day. Let's live it.
قد ايه حلو, قد ايه it projects on the day.
Exactly. فلاحظت حالي even when something bad happens, or okay, fine, وبعدين my life is not going to stop because of this one moment. But life is great. Life is filled with moments and experiences that I should enjoy. I'm not going to let it stop because of one little thing, you know. And it's just that internal because when I didn't used to say that, anything that would happen would trigger me.
صح.
It's like لا خلاص today's a bad day. اليوم منحوس اليوم هيك. And then I started to realize, okay, when I started to manifest positivity, started to manifest that today's going to be a great day, and I'm also aware that it could be a crappy day, but the general sentiment is it's fine, it's good. That's when I started to realize big changes in the way that I am, the way that I speak, the way that I think, the way that the way that I started to value حتى myself as well, which is a huge thing for me.
I love it, man. It's actually, بتعرف شو حلو؟ because نحنا we only believe in science. خي okay, you believe in science, great. منيح, finally in the past 7-10 years that science is proving of what we're talking. If you want to wait science, go ahead. I don't want to fucking wait anything, bro. I already feel it. بعرف شفت حياتي قبل هيك. And I also want to cover one thing. في فترات أنا بمرق فيها بتكون a lot of intense stress decisions وهيك. بتشوفني okay يمكن مني هيك طاير مثل ما إنه هو بس I know okay fully on شو لازم هلا طق okay I'm there doing this and this يعني بس هلا أنا أكتوبر كان عندي نقلة بيت because I want to find a house how I envision the house, you know, and I needed to change my car. هالجمعة okay يمكن بتشوفني not every day waking up and every day is gonna بس شو برو بوعة ماشيين بوعة open دو بزل تا check روح شفته تا okay done 24 hours كنت اشتريت سيارة سجلتها وخلصت 24 hours شلتها بعد عند البيت ضليت 5-7 days until I signed done I'm back. عارف شو قصدي؟ It's like narrow focus tunnel vision خلصون okay they are stressful and I think I want to say this. I think people بيقولوا لك إنه life is stressful. First, it's fucking bullshit. Second, let's consider it's right? Life is stressful for one reason. بيكون عندك مشكلة and you always avoid the solution لهالمشكلة. لأنه the solution is a hard solution. It's either you're gonna let go of this someone or you have to change this or you have to change drastically in your life. إنه بده يصير شيء so بتقول لا ما بدي روح شيء ما بعرفه so I stay in stress and this stays and stays and stays. If you understand this concept, I'm talking to everyone, but I'm saying if we understand this concept, بتصير تعرف إنه when I have a stressful situation, what is the stressful thing about it? How can I solve it? You see it, you get it. You are honest with yourself and that's the solution. One of the things that are very hard, I'm not happy with my boss. Okay, can you change your boss? No. Can you change your approach with your boss? No. Can you change your job? Maybe that's the solution. You know what I mean? It's hard, it's risky, it's not sustainable يمكن. So this is what makes you يعني everything that keeps on our shoulder وما منحله, it is what makes people sometimes think life is not good because there's a lot of things you should deal with. You didn't deal with them.
Yeah, you're just by the way, and so even myself, by the way, I tend to do that. So
By the way, we all tend to do
of
that.
course. So there's a lot of times where I know that something I need to deal with. I'm an avoider. Sometimes I avoid things. I don't want to deal with this. I'll just push it aside, and then it comes back, and then I think I'm like, okay, is this my sign to deal with it now? And then I push it again, and then birja. I'm like, okay, now it's time to fucking go. Like, do I want to keep having the same issue every single time, or do I want to deal with it once and for all and khalas, let it go? Even though the outcome may not be good at all. And one thing that I'm starting to do now, very recently, which is trying to imagine what the outcome would be if I take on that.
That's also good.
You know,
تعرف I want to share with you this. So
please,
بس يكون عندك مشكلة. There's I read a beautiful book. I forgot what's the book. He teaches you. He gives you a perspective of how to deal with هيك. So أنت with this situation and this is the solution that you think of. All right. You put the list. What's the things that you're gonna gain out of you staying here and lose from you staying here? What's the thing you're gonna gain out of you هيك؟ وحتى بعلمك how to put a number, like mark them 1/10. قد ايه مهمة وقد ايه مش مهمة. And then based on the total you make the decision. It's cool.
It is cool, yeah.
It just gives you, because sometimes we get so lost into a decision to make a decision, but because لأنه كله هيك براسنا. بس تحطهم قدامك and you actually see انه okay, look what I'm gaining, look what I'm losing, look. You start to lean into a better decision, which is eventually there's not right or wrong.
Definitely.
But there's a better decision at this certain level, right? And it's such a good thing, like always put it here in front of you and see.
You need to visualize always. Like even like there are times in my life where, you know, like if I'm going through something, I always try to write down how was I in my last experience like this? How did I deal with it and what was I feeling? And then and now when I live it, I'm like, okay, I open my notes again and I read, I'm like, okay, I was like that 2-3 months ago. So do I want to be that? Or how do I move past it? And then I started to imagine, okay, so what would it look like if I was to pass it, or if I was to do something about it? Is about that.
I love it, man.
So
very nice, bro. It's just the best thing is to sit and think, reflect, assess, adjust, and adapt. Right?
100%.
And people avoid them, and if you're gonna avoid them, life's gonna
bite you.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So كتير مهم, man.
No, definitely. Yeah, so I think, you know, one thing that I wanted to cover, again, given your background and even just even the general idea of this podcast, which is Koon Rijjeil. So a lot of times we have a lot of hard times, a lot of struggles. A lot of the times people would just power through it. Sometimes people would take a step back, reflect, write, and then act. So I think in your life, I think you had that moment of reflection, a moment of Haida. So, you know, what would be your advice for somebody who doesn't reflect, who doesn't write, and I don't mean it in a bad way. Again, people learn, people grow in life,
but they have to. أنا حتى هلا bro كانوا I always try to find a smooth way of telling people, bro, we are meant to meditate. ده براسك شو بدك. Meditate. It's not close your eyes, be in India or something. No. Meditate, it could be you just sitting alone, one without the fucking phone. Don't be always addicted to this machine. I'm not telling you it's bad. How your relationship with it is what it's actually bad or good, right? So once you know to detach from heck and just take a step back, شوف خيي وينك رايح? Is it where you want to go? مثل هلا أنا نزلت إنه what the question you should ask, everyone should ask himself, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Who do you want to be? And what do you want to achieve in 2024? وينك رايح, bro? We are people who has an aim and move towards an aim. نحن حيلا سبورت تعمل بيقولوا لك طلع وين بدك تروح. Skydiving, you look there, you go there. Surfing, you look there, you go there. You know what I mean? So we are people who move with an aim. So what's your aim, right? And how can you guess this? إذا أنت بتوعى قبل 10 دقايق من شغلك عجقة وشغلك وباص وكذا وبتجي تعبان نتفليكس بتنام. Where do you think you're gonna adjust your life?
Yeah.
Stop. Go back. Yeah, ma bro, أنا عندي 2 days. I tell my mom, I'm out of my phone. I'm just in my zone. I'm out of my phone. I'm out of everything. Who is the best you turn off the phone بتصير in your word. هالقد هيني. Turn off my phone, bro. بقعد بلعب بالبيت. هلا عم بلعب بيانو, bro. بطلع على جنينة, and then your mind relaxes, so you start to project and see things how you want to approach them, you know. مش إنه
Yeah.
And this is it always, man. So كون رجال, I think the best way is step back, watch, assess, be honest. صح هيدا الشيء ولا منه صح؟ أنا عن جد هيك لازم أعمل؟ أنا أزيد حدا عن جد ولا بالغلط ولا what I actually did, what was my intention كمان.
Exactly.
That's right. Think, project. Okay, next time or in my next journey I will try this approach. Go. Get lost. بس تحسها, then again, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
An arrow has to go back before it goes forward, right?
It's crazy. Never thought of it like that.
I just had it now.
Well, by the way, Damon, in these like little moments as you talk, you're like, that's something to say. No, but that one's crazy. I think to go back to the idea of manifestation, I think because, you know, 2024 is literally around the corner.
Yeah.
So, you know, how would you, what advice would you give to somebody who's trying to manifest a better, quote unquote, better year, or how would you suggest somebody go about it? Because again, I think a lot of times we put way too many goals, which is, I want to get 6-pack abs, I want to buy a villa, I want to buy a boat, I want to travel the world, I want to get a girlfriend and get married within 6 months after, whatever it is. So how would you? I'll
tell you a secret.
Hold on, but is it a secret because it's on?
Don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
So we actually put a goal. I'll give you a simple example so people understand. I want to get 1 million views on YouTube. That's not a goal. It's a dream. Could be realistic, could be unrealistic. What's the goal that you can put? I want to post 1 video every week for 12 months. You see the difference?
Yeah.
So people say, I want to do this. I want to have abs. That's not, okay, that's the end goal.
Yeah.
But the goal, the end achievement is, but the goal is, what are you going to do every day to achieve the 6-pack abs?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is where we get lost. And this is when I learned this, that my life started to change. So always, before you even think about manifestation, لأنه if you're still at this level, بعد manifestation منا كتير مصدقة, منا كتير دسسة, right? So it's still something outside. What you have to do is do stuff, achieve small things. أول belief تبعك بأنه you can do it or you can manifest, and slowly you can grow into bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, right? So first is, and I'll give you a very nice one. I used to do it and I still do it. Put a list. هون it's now. Where I was 1 year ago and where I want to be 1 year ago. On a scale of 1 to 10, physically. How am I today? Let's say over 10. How I was last year? 7 over 10. What do I want to be next year? 9 over 10. What could take me to last year? Do this more. Good. هيدا خلصتها. Relationship wise, family wise, business wise. I was مثلا income I was having is this amount. What was it last year? Less than 20%. Good, يعني I grew 20%, so I can project for next year maybe 30%. عرفت? What would I do? I would do this and this, and this will make you just to think clearly. If you have the best airplane in the world and you know where you're going, right?
Exactly.
So it's very good to know which direction you want to take, and first make them simple with all what you have, with all هلا شو فيك تعمل. You know what I mean?
And I think even in terms of goal setting, I think definitely knowing what you want to do, but also why you want to do it. I think that to me is the biggest driver. You know, because I can easily tell you I want to have 6-pack abs, but why don't what's gonna literally wake me up every single day in the morning excited to train and eat healthy? If I don't know that why, then there's no point in doing that. So Ramy, the way we end every single episode is we hand you this notebook, okay, and I'm going to ask you to write a quote, something that you believe in, something that you think if somebody reads it, they will, it's going to impact their life in a positive way. So make it.
I love it.
Your own.
Awesome. We said amazing quotes today.
We did.
طلعنا بكم واحدة. I read it here.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, and okay, just the quote, Nothing.
Just a quote in your name.
Man, my handwriting.
I don't think it's worse than mine, honestly. Ramy. Brother, thank you so much. It's been
Pleasure to be with you, Kareem.
Man, it
Such
was
a good talk,
really
man.
it was incredible. So, I mean, of course I know you through Let's Live, but I don't know you the way that you really
Yeah,
think.
ولا مرة قعدنا أنا وياك صارتنا
Never.
we're always
Always
a lot of
like in
things
the ice
happening.
baths and nail boards. By the way, nail boards, I'll tell you a funny story. So Sultan مرة حكي, he's like, man, let's do nail boards. I'm like, man, who the fuck wants to do like وانا مفكر انه nail board بتفوت النيل بإجرك. انا كنت I'm like, man, ليه هاد بحب يوجع حاله. And then I went in, I'm like, okay, this isn't so bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not so bad.
Yeah.
And then the ice baths, so it was a lot of new things for me. So it was a funny experience, but it definitely like
It is
a great one.
It is a great one. It is you learn so much about yourself, and that's the purpose of the whole journey.
Yeah, definitely.
It's you and you and you and only you, bro.
It's only you, and let's live, baby. Woo!
Every fucking day. Woo!
Perfect. Thank you, man.
Habibi, bro.
Appreciate it. Cheers.
That was nice.
Awesome. Lots of love, brother.